Oh, yes, good evening. Finally, you've come. Welcome to the Everything Now Corporation quarterly meeting where we're discussing the several departments in our big corporation. I'm Gunther Sprite. It's good to see you. Over here, my fellow colleagues will introduce themselves, and I'll let them speak for themselves.
Oh,
Go ahead, yes.
do I go or does she go first?
It's fine, go ahead, you go first. Ladies first, as they call
Oh,
it.
okay. Wow.
Hello.
That's great. Okay, I'm Benny. I'm an intern here. And I've never gotten to go first introducing myself here, so this is really an honor.
Oh, my mistake, sorry. So don't say anything anymore. Next person below you. Yes, you say something first.
Okay.
You're done talking now, thank you.
Yes.
You just talked.
John?
It's your turn, yes, please speak for yourself.
Hey. I'm Mike. IT guy. Yeah, what do you
I was
want me to
letting-
say a fun fact?
Sure, yes. Everyone give one fun fact as well as your favorite color.
Me too.
We'll come back to you. We will come back to you. It is currently Mike speaking, the IT crowd man. Great.
I can and prefer to eat my chicken wings in one bite.
Wow. How do you even do that? How does that work?
You kind of grate your teeth
Okay.
onto the bone
Uh-huh.
and scrape all the meat
Oh.
off in one smooth.
It's grisly. It's grisly stuff. Thank you, Mike, for sharing. Also,
Yeah, and a bummer fact.
yeah,
What's a
can
bummer
we get to
fact?
bummer fact, please?
Yeah, I have gout,
Oh, that is quite the bummer. Yes. Yes.
so
Yes, indeed. Great. Okay, we'll go back to the young boy up there. Was it Benny? Minnie.
Jenny, I'm a girl.
Jenny. Oh. And great. So please give
Okay.
us a fun fact for yourself, and as well as a bummer fact.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So a fun fact about myself. I actually got this job because I've been a big fan of this company for so long. And when the internship came up at my college for credit, I was like, whoa, I definitely have to work there. So my fun fact is that I just love it.
Great. Yes, and let's do
Yeah.
a little less ass kissing and a little more fun facting. What have you Have you ridden a skateboard? Have you flown a plane? Give us something.
At church camp, I was the archery master.
Ooh, that's cool. So you can kill someone.
Only if God tells me to.
Jenny willing to kill with bow and arrow. Wonderful. And as well as a bummer fact, please.
A bummer fact?
Yes, just one bummer fact that makes me feel bad.
Yeah, of course. I never got to meet any of my grandparents. They all died before I was born.
I suppose for some people this is a sad thing, yes. Let's go ahead. Beautiful, great. Well, you over there watching through the video feed, thank you for zooming in with us. We're going to be conducting these interviews. And gosh, so many experts from so many different departments of the Everything Now Corporation. You're going to help us go through these meetings. And these people are so good at what they do in the specific department. Don't even mention it to them, you know? Don't even let them know that you know what they do. Because they know what they do. And they can figure that out. Capiche? Beautiful. Bellissimo. I'm trying to work on my Italian. Grazie mille, si. So, first things first, what was our first meeting again? I forget what who the expert is. What are they an expert in? Do you know what they're an expert in out there?
I think the chat knew.
Great, so any of our wonderful people in the chat who are corporate shareholders at this quarterly meeting, please let us know what the next expert is an expert in. Oh my god, so tired. So jet lag. Why? Is this essential for me to go into the building? Okay, great, we got...
Well, you're the only one there, Sprite, right?
Yes, this is true. Gunter Sprite. This is me, only man in the building. Actually, I think my friend is going to be joining us soon. And great, so we're going to go over meet logo development. Wonderful. So they're just the developer of all the logos. The many logos that we use. Yes, hugely
Exciting.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mike. Jenny, tone it down a little bit. It's a bit much. You're going to scare them away. Oh man, I kill myself.
You just said you kill yourself?
No, I would never kill myself. No, only cowards do that. I would never kill myself. Well, great. We're about to join this meeting about logo development with our expert, and we'll let them introduce themselves momentarily, actually. And they're going to give a big presentation, yes, and then you're going to decide at the end if we promote them or if we fire them. Whether we promote them going up into the heavens, or fire them, pushing them down into hell, where they burn, and it's hot. You got that, Jenny?
And it's real. It's definitely real.
Great, yes. Jenny's a Christian. That's very good. A Christian willing to kill. Very good. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So again, we're bringing the expert in. You're going to question them about the things they're experts in. They're going to give a presentation, and then we'll vote if they're promoted or going to hell where they get fired. Great. Could we please get...
me coffee?
I do, but you're not here. So why would you ask? Are you
Well, I've been operating on kind of like a Postmates thing. You guys text me and I've had to just deliver coffee to your houses.
Jennifer,
You've been doing that?
Okay.
I didn't get that memo.
Right, and we'll discuss this later. So everyone,
And no one's paying for my gas.
right? Because you know how expensive gas is these days. Jesus, my God. Whew.
I've been having a great
Yeah, I
time
do.
working from home.
Oh, Mike, that's fantastic. What are you doing?
It's like I'm on vacation.
Yeah, I get it.
Basically, like I'm on vacation all the time.
Right, right.
Some people I get send me their laptops, and I fix them, and then I send them back out. But
Fine.
other than that, just watching speedruns.
Ooh, that's great. We'll talk about what games you're watching speed running of. And fantastic. Do we have our first expert? Let's go ahead and bring them in. I don't have a watch. Hello! Yes, hi. And what is your name? Oh my God, we can't hear him. Oh my-
Richard.
Richard!
Hi, Richard.
Thank you very
Just
much.
Richard, that's it.
Just Richard, like Cher. Beautiful. Or Seal.
Yes.
Great.
That's it. Simply,
What's up, Richard?
simply
We're
Richard.
like God.
Okay, great. Let's keep down the Christianity right here in the meeting. Very cool, very cool. So, first things first, Richard. What is your opinion of the competition with Mita or Vendi, Belling, and there's something under suspicion now? That one of us is under suspicion. Great. Well,
I'm
wunderbar.
So it can't be me.
Well, you see, the competition is very good in the fiscal form. As you move gradually in the increments of the economy, they seem to make gains that we can achieve. So if we could achieve those gains while remaining who we are, we would succeed. That would be my business proposition at this moment.
This is why we bring him in. This is why we bring him in.
Wow, yeah, I can see that.
Jenny, you're the excitable type. Do you have any questions for Richard over here regarding his expert field?
Yes, of course. What would you say was the main inspiration? You know, it's like, it's so iconic, you see it, you know, and it's a work of pure genius. Like, how did you come up with that?
Well, it's a bit of a religious experience, really.
Ooh.
I sit underneath the tree
Oh no.
and I look up. I look up at the sky. sometimes I look at the video and I can't see this part. And feelings of commerce and benefit just seem to come down like gravity came to.
Gorgeous.
That's essentially the process.
Sure, yes.
Perfect.
And it was religious. Great. Good to know that God's involved.
Religious,
in all
I
this.
mean, great.
Yes, yes, yes. It is such a wonderful thing. It's so recognizable. I walk down the street and I look up and see, oh my God, wow, yes, okay, sure. I know what's happening now, and I keep on walking because I know what's happening now. Michael, do you have any?
What is the decision? Oh,
No, go ahead, Jenny. It's fine. Please.
sorry. What is the decision to put it in a circle as opposed to a square? I know that websites can kind of dictate that, but you stuck with the circle.
Yes, very bold.
Well, you see, the circle has no beginning nor end, but as our company should. You know, we will pass the test of time until the Earth collapses in on itself, and then recreates a universal time stream in which we emerge from our constitution because we are that good. It doesn't matter if it's the base reality or the next reality. This company is the best, you see, and that's what we simply Richard knows.
And this is what you want anyone who sees and thinks of us to be thinking about. You want them to be thinking about the crushing fate of gravity upon the world and the impending doom of humanity and all things within the earth.
I get that.
Okay, great. I'm just confirming. That's wonderful, Richard. Thank you.
But
Yes?
this guy's pretty metaphysical.
As
You're
a
pretty kind of
local
like-
icon, I would say that capturing the mood of this essence is the most important thing. Whether it's religious, whether it's just eating the earth and know the earth, it's all valid. That's what I'm
Great. And
You know,
Go ahead, Michael.
most religions don't have one of these. I guess for
Well, one
Christianity,
does.
yeah, it would be like maybe a cross.
Is Judaism...
But there's not a lot
Is the Star
of like.
of David the Judaism, Von? Do we consider this the...
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess there are more. I guess there are more than I thought about.
But perhaps
can you
that's-
speak on that?
What was that? Oh yeah, could you speak on the religions and these icons?
Oh, sure. Very easy. Well, you see, religious iconography began a while ago, and people drew things of the spirit. And I'm an expert in this, but it's so long I can't possibly begin to talk about it. But I get paid as if I'm an expert. So I'll get back to you.
Wow, what a pimp.
Okay.
He does it for the money. We all know this. Great. And so you bring such heavy metaphors to your work with our company. But for folks such as, let's say, Hershey's, Coca-Cola, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and whatnot. When you see their existence, do you think people have these heavy existential feelings in their hearts and minds and bodies and tummies?
Well, I think that difficult to say the subconscious experience of the consumer when they see the Pizza Hut. Are they thinking of the pizza? Or are they thinking of the hut? Are they thinking of the warmth of the cheese or the warmth of how Pizza Hut satisfies their needs? Are they thinking of the food? Or are they thinking of the food?
And these are the things you have to consider.
Yes, these binaries, they sound confusing at first, but between them is where advertising is success, and logo development is a success.
Oh, good gravy. Geez, he really knows what he's talking about, obviously. Great. Any?
Such an expert.
Yeah, a really big fan. Anyone out there in the chat have any questions for our logo design expert? And we have a dinosaur bone burying expert on. Someone has been putting these bones down here. Great, so the dinosaur expert will be here eventually. Wonderful.
I know quite a lot about dinosaurs.
Right.
They're all dead of the old. Simply Richard is here with the new market. So listen to him and you're one up.
I believe whatever you say. When did you start programming Logo? The lesbian and gay television show. Yeah, okay, I see the confusion here, yes. Do you find there to be complications with something called Logo, having a logo?
Well, I think if we are to consider the internet as post-cultural, hegemonic, authoritative, didactic, intrinsically abstract, strange, and imperfect to this event, that has its own sort of synchronicities and miracles that visualize cases that are taking place in the third wave, post-critical, postmodern, post-existential sort of religious asymptomatic dilemma, then yes.
You're blowing my mind, Dick. Great, Jenny.
Wow.
Do you have any? I know it's okay. Scary. So
That might
much.
be fun. But I'm taking extensive notes, so
Good.
I can upload this. I can put it in the Slack channel later. We can all read over the brilliance from all of these experts.
Great, thank you. Mike, do you have any? Yes, go ahead.
Do you have any ideas how to spice up the Everything Now logo? Right now it's
I would stretch it out. Then I would get to know it. I would say, hello logo, what do you want to tell me? How do I get to know you? I want to open up the dialogue with the logo. I want to get to know its idea. I want to get to know the idea behind the idea. Who is the puppeteer? Is it the hand or is it the spirit? And this is where it matters. We just stretch it out, get to know it, become intimate, familiar, paint it red, and then paint it black. Take it all back, and then set it flat. You understand?
Just say yes. Absolutely, Richard.
So our logo would be like a long black triangle.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good.
This guy's a genius.
I think he's a fucking genius.
So freaking brilliant.
Yes. And are you saying you'll physically stretch it out as in get limber? Are you going to physically engage with the logo?
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually, you need to import a very large original logo, rendered in a large tapestry format, and that is the contact with and get to know it.
Wow, wonderful stuff. Stretch out the muscles of the logo, as people are saying, yes. Well, great. I have one. Go ahead.
Nobody asked me to, but I mocked up what a stretched out icon would look like.
Great, and let's go ahead and see it.
Um,
And it seems, yes, you've run out of space.
And that
I've
looks
run
good.
out of space.
Well, this takes place
So-
in two right now. Visionary and amazing. And it's visionary.
Wow, Jenny, do you hear that? Your vision amazing.
Thank you so much.
This is beautiful. Great, so the mission... Go ahead, Mike.
I'd also like to pitch a logo.
Okay, please. I guess I should pitch one as well. I wasn't paying attention.
I think it's something like
Okay,
what?
interesting. Interesting.
Kind of like this.
Now, the taste of an era that was just an illusion and a dream to begin with. Bourgeoisie
That's
and
honestly-
Yeah,
Next level.
I feel like I'm having a stroke seeing that one. Just the smell of red vines going through my nostrils is. People are fans. People are fans, Mike. You have much more talent than your IT experience seems to be leading on with. Great. And so I have one final question for you, Richard. Which logo would you physically get intimate with?
I mean, is there any contest?
Any
Pepsi.
context?
Are you kidding?
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Pepsi logo. Spirit logo.
I suppose the Pepsi logo is also a physical 69 of sorts. It's pretty sexual as it is.
Hey, you know
Pepsi logo's really hot.
And if you like this,
For me, it's got to be the sickle and hammer.
I mean, of course. I mean, those hands look like they can take care of you for an evening or two.
I mean,
And Mike,
Well,
go ahead, Richard.
excuse me, I'm sorry, I have to represent the logo for my cousin's restaurant. He's serving broth on a stick, but if you want to sell it cute, it's the biggest challenge I've had yet.
It sounds very frustrating, yes, indeed. Well, great. So let's go ahead and decide whether or not we're going to promote Richard based on this wonderful. Oh my God! Of course, great. Richard, before we have you go, could you please give us a presentation? We're going to show. We have your presentation here. Just go ahead and walk us through it, please, real quick. You'll see it on your side. We're not sure what kind of presentation it is actually. We don't know if it's quarterly trends, demographics, or budgets. But we'll see very momentarily. And great, Mike, which logo would you like to have sex with? Pepsi as well?
So am I walking
Me?
through these potential PowerPoint?
You will be, Richard, you will be. I'd like...
I would sex with the Rolling Stones.
So the big tongue?
The big tongue, yeah.
Yes, you could lay in that thing, indeed. Wow, I'm getting lost in my thoughts. I'll have to keep that in the spank bank. Great, thank you very much, Mike. And it looks like we're going to have to see this presentation you've made on quarterly trends, Richard. So we'll do this very quick. We'll go ahead and...
does anyone need anything printed?
And would you bring it over here? Is that what
I
you...
have to. I'm the intern.
I'm fine. I'm surrounded by printers. I sleep on 2 printers, stacked next to each other, with paper
So you
towel,
don't-
mid paper towel as the pillow.
So you don't need anything.
I'm fine, thank you, Jenny.
Okay.
And we're not going to murder Richard. No, we're just going to show him this presentation he's made, and he's going to walk us through it, real quick. Great.
Okay, well, excellent.
Great.
So the quarterly trend this year had a downward trend.
Uh-oh.
But it might be upward, who knows? So let's take a look at the number.
Okay.
100. 100
That's good.
million people in the world will watch this program.
And so
Potentially.
so-
Listen to what I have to say.
to represent 100, you put 100 million. You just put 100.
Yes, but you see, I want to give most of the message. I want to tantalize you.
Okay.
And then eventually I will strip away the lingerie and show you to make it true. You understand?
I think I understand now. Beautiful. Great. And what about that number?
26 was the age I was when I was charged with my first felonious offense. This was in Portugal. I was 26 years old and I had committed grand larceny. I had stolen a motorbike and it cost me 430,000 euros to pay the legal fee.
Wow.
Do you understand?
I think I do. I'm just tantalized by the fact that you're giving us only half the number that you mean to talk about. Anyway, continue on, please.
Well, what does the data show? It shows that I wish I could kill my computer. It's not good for me. The company is doing poorly. I'm doing poorly. But the stocks of other companies continue to go up. How can this be allowed? How can it be allowed that I am not allowed to make the money other people are allowed to make?
Yes.
Our company, not just myself. But now you see,
Oh no.
the markets are going to sleep. And there's a sloping downward trend. Ooh, do you see yourself going down the sky? Going down the sky
That's not good.
to authority, into a darker reality. Do you understand? If we develop the stock prices, people will not have upward lines. An upward line is good. So
Great.
in conclusion, ask
Okay.
yourself, am I money or am I dead? And if
And
you
it's-
owe money, then you are good. And if you are dead, bad.
And is this our new logo then?
Is this the new Everything Now logo?
It looks
Yes,
great.
essentially. It's asking you to stop.
Instantly
Stop
recognizable.
Stop doing everything except for use money. That is what we are about. Total acquisition of resources.
Is it-
Everything now. Stop. Give me your money.
It's a beautiful subversion of a logo that already exists. You know, it's kind of like you assume, wait a minute, I'm going to stop my car or my walking, and then you think, hold on a minute, this is the niche comedy show on Twitch.tv, and now I'm going to watch it and give them all my money. It's
You know
beautiful.
what
That's interesting.
Well, okay,
Thank
first,
you. Have a great day.
great. Are we going to decide if we're promoting him? Great. So we're going to see if we're promoting you or firing you. Obviously, it seems like you've done wonderful work here. Everyone loves it, and
Good job.
yeah. Just give us one moment here.
But I was gonna comment on the stop
Go ahead, Mike.
because the stop sign normally doesn't have a logo. It just says stop. But on that stop sign, it has a logo of a hand, and it's much more effective.
The data does show.
The viewer has to identify.
They are the hand.
I relate with the
I
hand.
identify with it.
And Jenny, did you have something else to say before you just?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I really relate to it because I also have a hand.
This is true.
And sometimes I have to have my hand in front of my face to tell me to stop sitting.
Okay,
And that's how you have to listen.
great. It's a business meeting, not a confession, but thank you, Jenny.
Sorry.
It's okay. And Val, it seems like we're neck and neck and trying to figure out if we're going to give Richard a promotion for that beautiful, thought-provoking presentation on logo development, or if we're going to
I like that
follow.
we do this in the open.
Yeah, it's
We're a
great.
very transparent company.
Exactly.
Honesty is key.
Yeah, no, it truly must be the most important thing. And great, we're going to go ahead and let this poll run out real quick. Just going to keep on, maybe get some more votes in. Or, seems like it's kind of, oh, Vid, okay, great. So despite the fact that we loved this wonderful presentation, Richard, you've been fired. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm homeless.
Beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and take your ideas anyway and just implement them as if they were these revolutionary, beautiful, mind-opening technological advancements. So thank you very much.
Well,
And bye, Richard.
I do.
Bye, Richard.
Well, I can honestly say that
And
it's
stop.
one of our glasses. Goodbye.
Stop.
And
And
stop. Stop. Great, and he's frozen in time
Richard, and stop.
to be sent straight to hell where he belongs. Great, well,
Sorry.
wonderful. A great first meeting, everybody. I really feel like we've got a lot done.
Does this mean there's a job opening? And I can
Mm,
stop being an intern?
well, that's one way of looking at it. But if you're not loyal to your company, you're just trying to make your way up into corporate ladders, and we see you for as the ruthless sharks that you are, Jenny. I mean, do you not want to be the
I'm
best
just
intern?
ambitious.
Do you want to not be the best intern you can be?
I want to, and I think I am, and I'm also the only one, so I think I am the best by default.
Just that's what I thought. Great. So we'll continue this meeting and we'll discuss it later. What's that, Michael?
I said, can't argue with that.
Thank you. Who is the big boss now? It is me,
Hopefully.
and it will soon be you if
Yeah.
you keep it up. You're going to be the best intern we've ever had.
Okay.
Oh, great. Well, we're going to have our next
I want to
meeting.
hear.
Huh?
I want to hear more sexy logos.
I know.
People think in the
Right.
chat.
I mean, what beautiful logos would you like to pork it to? It's hard to decide. Well, I think we're going to bring our next expert out momentarily. I'm going to go to the bathroom and figure out what's going on with my throat. And I'll be filled in by my partner here. He'll introduce himself momentarily. And we'll see you
Oh,
shortly.
we know him.
What was that?
We know him.
Oh, great, of
We work
course.
here.
Yes. Well, I'll let him introduce himself for the folks who are telecasting in and perhaps don't know exactly who who's they're talking to. And hello in the chat. We are hosting Zoom meetings for the Everything Now Corporation, and you're helping us conduct these meetings and decide whether we hire or promote or fire these experts who come on and present. Great. I'm going to go ahead and use the Shizer.
How's vacation, Mike?
It's great. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
hey.
Hey, it's me. It's Jake.
Hey,
Thank you
Jake.
very much.
Hey, not from Everything Now show. I actually have a cousin named Jake who works at the Everything Now show. He's like one of the main guys. I'm Jake Ellen Borgen, and I also work for the Everything Now. I'm in the mailroom.
Cool. Well, you don't seem as cool as regular Jake.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, he's really popular. He's on the show, so I mean, I get that. But I'm here too. I'm a person. I'm an individual, and so I just ask that you respect me like you would anybody else.
Of course.
You just seem a little stiff.
Well, you know, I'm not really used to being on camera. I'm more of a behind the scenes guy. So if I'm stiff, I'm sorry. I'm learning, but I don't know. I can kind of loosen up a little bit. Maybe make myself a little bit more camera presentable.
You got this.
Perfect.
You got this.
Anyway, we've got a great expert
Wow.
coming in. We've got another meeting. I don't know. We have to.
That's better.
I was supposed to get the agenda about what this next meeting was about, but I think I have yesterday's agenda. Does anybody know what this next expert is an expert on?
I think the chat knows.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, if you're in the chat, if you could just, I just got the wrong. I feel like I'm always a day behind. I feel like I kind of like out of the loop.
You probably are.
Oh well, is there a way? Is there like a Slack or something that I can get in? Because I just feel like if I was able to know what was happening, I would be able to really kind of keep up with my job.
It's at the limit. The Slack room.
You can't get any. We don't have like a corporate Slack that I thought everybody could join that Slack. There's a limit.
It's really exclusive.
Most people.
Okay, is there like a certain level that I need to be at to get in that?
Well, I'm an intern,
And you're in it?
and I'm in there.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
interns are in it, and I'm salaried. So you'd think I would be in there if the interns are in there, right?
It's more a personality.
Oh, and it looks like soft jazz was the was what the meeting was about. That's right. Yeah, we've been trying to produce a lot of music as part of the Everything Now multimedia empire, really. I mean, obviously the live stream is doing great. There's no problems there, but we are seeing a couple of issues in the soft jazz department, and so we kind of want to make sure that those guys are doing the work that they need to do.
Yeah, it's been
That's important.
Absolutely. And to be clear, this is soft jazz, so
right.
not hard jazz, and definitely not tough jazz. This is going to be really soft jazz.
Not hard or tough.
Great.
It's
So
loud. I'm just typing.
yeah, it's kind of loud. It almost seems like there's like an earthquake happening on your side.
I'm just typing.
Mike, are you okay?
Mike, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just typing.
What are you typing, Mike?
I'm just taking some notes.
Oh, okay. Do you want to maybe do that on your phone?
I got it. I got the notes.
Alright, we're good.
Okay, great. Well, I think we're just gonna pull in our expert on soft jazz in a second, and if anybody at chat or at home in the chat would like to help us. Oh, there she is. Hi, it's good to see you.
Sorry, I was listening to my Megan Trainor playlist. I always listen to it before I speak on food. How are we all doing today? Good?
Good. Listening to music.
Yeah.
Well, of course you would be
Megan
listening.
Trainor specifically.
That's interesting, Megan Trainor. You'd think someone in your department would probably not be listening to Megan Trainor, but I guess you need to learn about all different types of music.
She transcends music, I would say personally, but I will get a bit emotional if I speak about it, and I'd rather stay professional with things. So
Absolutely understood.
Of course.
Yeah, you should be writing this down. I would have a handout, but you understand. I can. Do you want me to fax you a handout? I'm happy to fax the printouts.
Oh yeah, if you could send the printouts
Yes,
in.
please.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll add you to the list. It's a long list, but I'm happy to fax the printouts. Next.
Honored to be on the list.
Thank you. What's your name again? Sorry.
I'm Jenny.
Okay, Janet. No worries. I'll send that over. That's fine.
Almost. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And so did you have any ideas for the theme song? I know that all of the departments are kind of trying to get sort of on one page about what we want to do for a theme song, and you maybe had some specific ideas in mind.
Yeah, well, I have one idea. I'm hoping it's what they go forward with. I was thinking a Celtic jazz would be fitting. I'm sure we're all familiar, of course, with Celtic jazz.
Of
So-
Celtic jazz,
Wow.
sure. Could you?
Yeah,
It's a little more abrasive.
in a
It's
way,
more
yes.
abrasive than-
Some of them are sacrificial almost in the lyrics, even the more gentler ones, but I think there's a beauty to be found in all forms of Celtic jazz. So.
Sure, sure.
Is that like a sub-genre of your overall specialty?
Well, I got into the specialty particularly due to Celtic jazz. I met an incredible saxophone player by Stonehenge, and that's very good, Jana. Exactly, just like that. It's perfect. Thank you so much.
Are there any artists in the Celtic jazz community that you're thinking of drawing inspiration from for this particular project?
I think Glockenhoeken is an incredible performer.
And just real quick, how do you spell that? We want to take that down.
That would be GLLOLJWNCH. GLLOLNCHWGH. Perfect.
Got it.
Yes. That is incredible, Janice. Yeah.
Gotcha. And how did you find them? I mean, that sounds like I've never heard of them. Are they underground?
It was the saxophone player at Stonehenge. He had an incredible, it was a wicker basket. I believe it was from a Celtic traditional weaver called I believe it was a pottery barney. And he had gotten the wicker basket from there. It's little tips in there.
And I'm sorry, I just have a quick question. So,
Yes.
And what about like the toughness of it? I know toughness in music is something that you really need to consider. So it's like which end of the spectrum, you know?
Both ends, Jemima, I would say. What you want to do is you want it to be so tough that it's almost tender and sensitive in its toughness. Yeah, of course.
Ah, okay, I see. So sort of almost like a hybrid of what you typically do, and then something maybe a little bit more outside of your comfort zone. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, sort of. When I'm saying it's so tough that it's tender, it's almost Terry Crews-like. I always point to what I do, and I say it's the Terry Crews of my field. What I create is I create. Yeah.
Absolutely. That makes sense. That makes sense. To me,
Yeah, it does.
He's
Of course.
strong.
Yeah,
It's
it's what you
strong,
think
but
of,
it's
isn't it?
tender.
It's strong, but it's tender. Exactly.
now, you mentioned in our last meeting that you draw a lot of inspiration from the animal world. And is there any particular animal or creature that maybe inspired this next project of yours?
Rafiki from The Lion King, in particular. I believe he's a mantril. A mantril? Yeah, a mantril. Pretty cool. Mantril, yeah.
That sounds
Good
right.
conversations.
You are the expert.
Was there
I am.
anything specific that jumped out to you about Rafiki that related to your work?
Well, other than his incredible behind, I would say the passion he brings to his he plays the instruments, doesn't he? You know, he makes the art for Simba. See, and in everything there is the music. In every movement that he does, there is music. There's also some other music in the film, but it was a little bit too 1940s in certain places. I didn't want to approach it from that angle, so I preferred the.
Yeah, I don't think The Lion King can contain a lot of the music that you focus on specifically, right? But it's interesting.
Indeed, yes, but I'm sure you understand I have to take in all sorts of influences. And just because it's animals making music doesn't mean that it's any more incredible than music being made by not an animal. You know, like if a leaf made music or a person, I don't know that as well.
We have one question coming from one of our board members in the chat. They want to know if having a large behind contributes to being better at Celtic jazz or any type of jazz, perhaps.
I would say so. There is a natural percussion to it. If you're just sort of swaying on the spot as you sing, there's a natural percussion.
I'm feeling that.
You can hear it now, yeah?
I'm feeling that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I can tell from this with me. You have a large behind. I've got an eye, and it's just a natural percussion. There it is, incredible.
And now I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Someone said that Nicki Minaj is a jazz legend based off of this
Who's
legend.
Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki?
Drinking Josh?
I never thought that if he's so simple, but I found a way.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
I found a way.
That's Nicki Minaj?
No, I was just saying Jeremiah here was suggesting Nicki Minaj to me, so I'm just going to write it down.
And what?
Somebody died?
Is everything all right?
There's people yelling. Hold on.
Mike, I thought you were on
You should tell them
station.
to. I'm speaking on an incredibly important topic here. And Josh
It just shows that he doesn't respect you, kind of like the way I do.
Whoa.
I
And
don't know why the crowd's surprised, which I'll be respecting. I'm an expert in this.
is everything all right over there,
Sorry, I
Mike?
just yelled at my kids.
Oh, okay. It was just your kids.
Are they still
I
alive?
said he's screaming at my children.
How is everything over there? Is everything okay?
They're
Not still
fine.
alive, are
Yeah, they're just throwing around the iPad, you know.
They're throwing around the iPads.
Yeah, that I'm working on for IT.
Gotcha.
How many
Gotcha.
iPads do you
Playing
have?
frisbee with them.
How many iPads do you have, Mike?
Around 37.
It's respectable. That's almost, if you'd said 40, I would have been a bit worried there and said reach to be the iPads, you know, ham and sickle, but 37 is a perfectly adequate number of iPads.
Yeah, they're all over my house.
And what's your favorite instrument to compose with
Mm-hmm.
in this genre, you know? Because some people like a good, brass instrument or an upright bass.
Well,
What
the
about
most
you?
important set of pipes that any musician has access to is the heart. But
Wow. Wow. And that is
I
profound and that is deep, actually. And actually, we should really take a moment to just kind of think about that for a second.
I'm thinking so hard about it.
You're doing really well, Janice. That's incredible. Thank you so much. But the Vuvuzela, otherwise.
Mm.
And I really thought about that.
And I thought about it too, and now that I've thought about it even longer, it even seems more profound and more interesting than when I first heard it a second ago.
I take myself by surprise with that sometimes. When I think it's something before I say it, it's incredible to me how the levels of profound just rise and rise and rise from strength to strength.
Absolutely.
And
And
is this type of jazz quieter
My type of
than
jazz?
normal jazz?
yeah, is there like a difference between soft jazz and smooth jazz, for example?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So soft jazz usually has the blue label, and then smooth jazz has the red label. So it's easier to sort of take apart. But also primarily well, when I'm in the program, in the application, that we use jazz. With smooth jazz, I take every single slider, every single setting, and we just put it to the end. Whereas with soft jazz, we make the artist, we punch them in the gut right before they perform. Even if they're not sort of blowing into anything beforehand, even if they're just on, a guitar or anything, we just punch them, and it sort of weakens the sound.
Wow. And you do that yourself? You punch that yourself?
Yeah. It's my right arm is incredibly. I've put it. I've weighed my arms separately, and this arm is half a pound heavier. In fact, it's an incredible workout, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
I'm seeing here that you actually prepared a presentation as part of this meeting.
I did, yes.
Okay, great. I think our IT
Yeah, I have some
department.
printout effects.
Perfect. I think we've got your presentation on our end. We just got to make sure that we have the right one. So we're going to go ahead and check with our board members to make sure that we're selecting the right presentation. If you're
Also,
a board member in the chat, let us know.
This is an anatomically correct heart.
Josephine,
And
that is
jazz
perfect.
in the middle.
Yes. It's so good. I like that.
That's how we all feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
That's really good, yeah.
And have you used an actual heart as like a flute?
Have you heard that I've used an actual heart as a flute?
Well,
Has anyone told you that I've had access to
There's been some talks around the water cooler.
just some chatter.
Well, who? It's not true. I've never
Greg.
actually had access to an actual living human heart. I've never gone. I only ever been to the hospital within legal visiting hours. I've never had access to any of their cabinets, so I've never used an actual human heart.
Okay, that seemed a little rehearsed, but like your facts seem to say that if you ever took the stand, trying to defend yourself on that.
No, it's just comes naturally to me. I don't remember thinking. I say, as I said, if I think on things, I say before I say them. I may tear up from how profound they are. You made me think about saying this.
Oh my
and now
God.
I'm sorry.
Don't cry.
It's okay,
I'm
Joanna.
always happy.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's Janet. I mean Jenny.
It looks like we're just about ready to select the type of presentation, or the presentation that you sent in. We're just trying to pull it up on the computer on our end so that we can all sort of see what it is.
Okay.
It was your presentation on budgets. That's right. Yeah, your
I
department.
have at least 505 of them.
Okay, great. Well, we have your presentation on our end. And if you want to just walk us through the numbers, and if you have any slides or graphs that you want to pull up, we're gonna have that brought up on the main board in a second here. Just a moment.
Make it a little dense. I do recommend having a pen and paper for this because it's quite in depth.
Sure. Okay, we'll
Yes,
take notes on
excellent.
our end.
Josie is perfect.
And I'll be typing on my notes.
Okay, and Mike, if you have maybe a pad and paper or a phone you can type on, it's really shaking your camera when you type like that.
Is there an iPad?
Sorry, just taking some notes.
Type on?
Yeah, Mike, I understand you're taking some notes, but the strength with which you're striking the keys on your keyboard is sort of shaking your camera and making a sound.
And sorry, I'm just taking some notes.
Right, and I can understand that. And from my perspective, it almost seems like you're aggressively mashing on your keyboard in such a way where it'd be impossible to write anything clear or concise.
And just finishing up my notes.
Great, and it looks like we've got that presentation ready.
Okay.
So if you're ready, just walk us through the slides.
Perfect. Right. So this is budgets. So as we can see here, I'm going to be honest with you. A large portion of the budget does go towards me dressing up my dog here, Rafiki. And this is quite a cute outfit. I mean, I think we all agree it looks quite cute. I think it's worth the funding, and the funding that like it's a good thing that I'm putting this money in. Like, I don't donate to charities. Instead, I purchase the jacket to my dog. I take photos from Instagram. That's my form of giving back to the community with smiles.
Sure, absolutely. And you're a creative person, you work in a creative department, so having an interesting animal might serve as a muse for your particular area of expertise.
Exactly. And just it speaks to me more when he's holding the delivery. And second of all, I mean, just pop quiz. Which state is that, everybody? Just let me know.
Let's all say it. Let's all say it at one time.
Right. And let's all say it together. It's 3, 2, 1. Utah.
Utah.
It's Utah. And we all knew that, of course, so we can move on.
So a portion of the funds will go towards nuking Utah.
Right, and so we're going to be getting rid of Utah. That's the plan?
Yeah, I believe it surpassed the need for Utah.
Gotcha.
As an industry, as a population of humans, and who from Utah has produced good jazz?
And that's a fair point. And that's something that...
Exactly, we're trying to bring up the percentages of who in America has produced good jazz, and Utah's isn't it, so it's going to have to megaton out, unfortunately.
And facts don't care about the feelings of people in Utah, unfortunately. And let's go on to this third slide, which I'm really interested in.
Me too. So the third section of the budget will go towards advertising to 40-year-old mothers on Facebook.
Ah.
So I have a special, are you 40?
No, I just spend a lot of time on Facebook because no one will talk to me in real life.
Mm.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking you're obviously 14, I don't know why. So yeah, we have a team dedicated to creating minion memes. They are some of the most psychologically strong individuals I've ever met in my entire life. They can make minion memes for up to 8 hours a day.
Can you describe maybe one of the minion memes that they might post?
Mm-hmm. So one of them, for example, would be an embarrassed minion holding a trumpet, and it will say, "Ooh, some nights if I cook too many beans, the trumpet isn't the only thing we'll be tooting." And the mothers,
that's pretty good.
They love it.
And trumpets are jazz.
Trumpets are jazz. Yes.
What's your favorite munion?
My favorite munion?
No, Mike, they're called
Who's your
minions.
favorite munion?
No, Mike, they're actually minions.
And who's your favorite munion?
A munion is when a minion is eating Funyun.
Oh.
These are just minions. These aren't eating Funyun. Very specific niche of minions that we're addressing here. My favorite minion would be the one on the very far left. I believe his name is Sigmund. He really speaks to me.
Mm.
Yeah. It's just me and his eyes.
And I love the munion.
Yeah. That is.
And there's a minion.
Incredible. Yes.
There's a big old minion.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead, I
That's
think
beautiful.
we have that next slide. Ah, yes. And so how can we close the gap?
Yeah, so, when I was trying to start this question, that is about a picture from the prototyping team. I genuinely thought, when there is a gap geographically from performance area to performance area, we could simply have a foolish member of staff, whoever hasn't got as many practice that day, literally, we can walk over them.
A human bridge.
Yeah, a human bridge, and if they fall, they fall. But unfortunately, it's a more of a metaphorical gap, I believe, between people who love soft jazz and those who cannot hear. If you have 2 ears and a heart, of course you love soft jazz. So the way we were thinking of doing that was simply interpretive dance. So you're gonna have several interpretive dances, pretty much hard of hearing or deaf at every performance. And they'll be dancing. Sometimes just as minions, sometimes not, but demographic. Yeah.
Got it. And you're saying that the use of humans as bridges, that is going to factor into the budget because we might not have to buy materials for bridges. We can save money on.
It's economical.
Sure,
And
sure.
how much is a human life valued at? Less when they aren't working well. Obviously.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Great. And I think we had a couple more slides. Yeah, the spaces to watch in 2020.
This is important.
I'm watching.
I don't remember putting my ex-husband's picture on the presentation.
Oh! Oh, and how is Ryan? Is he still working as a clown? Is your ex-husband still working as a clown?
Yeah, he is. He's still not being paid enough, and that is why it fell apart. But
Oh, and I'm sorry. I apologize for
no,
bringing
it's
that.
fine. No,
It's
it's
just
okay. It's
we were
okay.
all laughing
I was
about
trying to
it.
have a bit of a laugh.
I thought I would get in on that, and maybe now I've spoiled the mood a little bit.
Maybe you have. Can we
You
go
were
to
one
the
of
next
my
slide?
parties.
Thanks so
my
much.
kids.
So, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I said your
What were you saying?
ex-husband. He worked at one of my kids' birthday parties. There was like 20 kids just
Did you
throwing
tip
eggs at him.
him?
We paid him like $35.
Yeah, it's part of why. It's fine. It's a respected profession, and they aren't paid as much as they should be. Anyway, okay, anime waifus.
Ah, yes, and this is a space to watch in 2020 for sure.
We will be incorporating soft jazz onto Otsu, which is, I believe, a innocent beat matching game played by children. So we will be incorporating soft jazz onto Otsu.
Very cool. Kind of like Rock Band or Guitar Hero or one of those.
Yeah, exactly. I believe Otsu was mainly played by children. I don't know. I think it's a children's game. So we've got some cute art in the works there. The character called Henty.
Oh, Henty! I think I've heard of Henty.
Yeah.
I think my nephew plays Henty.
There you go, yeah, we're going to be having some of those characters incorporated. I'm really excited with the first draft back, to be honest, but yeah.
Very cool. Well, all you kids at home, get ready. There's going to be an exciting new Henty game coming your way. That's fun. That'll be fun for them.
Interactive.
Good, good. And oh, of course, the third space to watch.
Well, an important part of soft jazz is the husky voice of the singers. So we do have it in the contract. They all have to pick up smoking into their throat is damaged. So that they are, so they can perform perfectly. So if we could just, if you make a donation of cigarettes, manage to convince, and there's really no good reason to stop smoking, but I would recommend it to go smoking so that I can have the cigarette. My family members and friends to get too much because we're a bit short on it right now. They're relieved about it. I'm on $5 a day, so the contract behind it. So, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
And
so
smoke them if you got them.
and smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them so I can pick up. So in conclusion, John F. Kennedy here.
Yes,
$100 bill.
the famous President John F. Kennedy.
That's him.
Gosh.
That's him. And in conclusion, you'll all be mailed $500. Just a picture of it, not the actual $500 bill, not actually $500, but the picture of it. That is perfect. Yeah, that is amazing.
Thank you. Cigarettes may cause huskiness.
Oh wow,
Yes.
and
It's
and
really
that's
funny.
something we should
Yeah,
think
that
about.
sounds great. It's very good. So yeah, you'll be getting a picture of $500 in the mail.
Great.
Wow, so we all get 500?
I'm sorry, you can pull the forward when I
Oh, and
give them.
Amazing.
are there any questions for our expert before we let them go about their expertise, any projects they have coming up? Captain Happa is saying that a picture of money is really great for lifting up people's spirits, and I agree with
I
that.
feel better.
Exactly. It's and sometimes if you want, you can get a little. What I like to do with my children sometimes is we get a little thing. You just tape it to their heads and you tie a $500 bill off it, and then when they're working, they can always see what they could have if they just apply themselves. All you have to do is apply yourself and make $500 like that.
Wow.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
And that is inspirational and motivational.
Exactly.
We did have another question from our board member Slap Factory. They want to know what your thoughts are on the new rough jazz movement.
I think as long as if it's all consenting adults and there's boundaries established, I don't have a problem with people doing their nightclubs. So.
And do you make your own jazz at home, or do you have a delineation between your work life and your home life?
I mean, like I said, I have a rotund behind, so in a way I'm always making jazz, the natural profession I was speaking of. But other than that, I try and keep it to myself. When I'm in my home, at all times there is absolute silence. There is no sound whatsoever made. So
Wow.
we walk around in little very focused box. And if anyone falls, they have to go outside for, an hour, 24 hours.
An hour or 24 hours. Wow, and that seems kind of like a big gap. What determines the length of 1 hour versus a full day outside?
Well, I say, until tomorrow. So if it's 11 p.m. and they make a noise, let's go out for an hour and then it'll be tomorrow. But if you make a noise at 1 a.m., you're going to be out there for at least 20 hours until it's the next day.
Jeez. So it seems optimal to maybe try to make all of your noise around like 11:50, so that even if you were to make noise, you'd only be out there for like 10 minutes.
I can't think of anything that makes particular noise people do at nighttime, so I don't really see that would be a problem.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just seeing if there are any other questions from our friends.
I saw one. I did see someone asking what happened to my ex-husband.
Oh, yeah.
Which I would say, of course, nothing you can prove.
I wasn't sure if you even wanted to bring that up. It seemed like maybe it was kind of a touchy subject, so I wasn't sure if we wanted to touch
fine.
that.
I'm very happy to say that nothing that anyone can prove has happened to my ex-husband.
Okay, and it seems like maybe for the legal interests of everybody in the room, we should probably leave that there.
That is an incredibly accurate assessment. Yes.
They found a body with a missing heart.
What's that,
They
Mike?
couldn't identify it. I heard they found a body
That is
with a missing
very
heart.
And the heart was gone.
and they couldn't identify
Sorry,
it.
where did you hear? Where did you hear about this? Sorry.
Greg told me it was a water cooler.
Greg was telling everyone.
Who by the water cooler, sorry?
Greg?
It was a water cooler, John.
Does Greg, how many children does Greg have?
3.
How many what?
And they all have all of their limbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, I feel like this has been really productive. I thought we made a lot of headway on a lot of important issues, but of course, like at the end of every one of these meetings, we are going to decide whether or not we promote you or fire you. So we're going to go ahead and turn to our board members here in the chat. Go ahead and press a 1 if you'd like to promote our expert, and if we think that it may be time to let them go, go ahead and type a 2.
I'm just gonna take some notes.
And what is it that you're taking notes on, Mike? Because the meeting seems like it's over now. It seems like we pretty much finished the meeting.
I got it.
I just forgot to write.
It's fine. I appreciate it. I appreciate it's fine. It's fine. I will, don't forget, there is a printout. I believe it's 522 pages. I will fax it over.
You're gonna fax
so
a
much.
522-page document?
Of course.
I just figure maybe. And Mike, are you okay over there? Because it really seems like you're typing very aggressively.
I'm just taking some notes.
Okay.
Okay.
And it seems like your hands couldn't even possibly be on the keyboard with the way that your
Again, I'm
camera's.
telling you, Mike, I took extensive notes. I took very good notes. You don't need that.
And wow, and look at that. It seems that our board members have come to a decision that we're going to be promoting our expert from today's meeting. That's great. And
I don't
congratulations.
know what higher role I could possibly even have. I think I'm top of my field, but thank you.
I'm not sure either. I'm assuming since you're currently our, well, you can tell us what the type of expert you are is. Of course, you know it's
the jazz music.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. And particularly a certain type of jazz music, which was
Celtic.
close, and it was soft jazz, and you knew that, but it's not important now because
Celtic jazz.
you've been promoted to the head of all jazz, and so soft jazz, Celtic jazz, I'm sure that's why your head was already
Congratulations.
Yeah.
2 steps ahead of the
Jazz
game.
has historically belonged to people that look like me, of course, so I'm glad that I'm in charge of all jazz.
Absolutely, yes, and I'm glad that we'll be carrying on that beautiful tradition. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I think my colleague is actually just about to finish up with his break, so I'm going to switch out with him. But thanks so much, and good luck with the program, the jazz program.
Thank you so much. That's fine. Right. And Janet, you can moisturize more as well. Just being okay. Goodbye.
Oh.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And she killed her ex-husband, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I thought we weren't going to talk about that. I really thought that was kind of like off record.
Right, did we fire that murderer?
No, we actually just promoted her.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm going to take a break.
Okay, it's fine. Tap out. Oh, great. So I heard that went very well. Wonderful. Good to know.
Great.
Good. You
Welcome
get...
back, Gunter Sprite.
Yes, good to see you. Yes, you got good notes, yes?
And so many good notes.
Great. And Mike, did you get any good notes?
Oh, and I got a lot of great notes.
Okay, good, great. I'll look forward to seeing both your notes right after this. Wonderful. Great, so we're moving on straight to our next meeting. Just gonna get limber before we go to this one. Say, does anyone remember exactly what this next expert is an expert in? Because it's escaping my stupid mind.
I think the chat knew.
Great, so does anybody on the chat know just what this next person's an expert in? Oh boy, I have so much to
Remember
learn.
to sanitize.
And please remember to sanitize. Oh boy. And serial killers dressed as clowns, interesting, very relevant, but funny enough. Strip club buffet expert, interesting. I don't know if that was on the docket for today. Who could it have been? Bunions. Did I know? Do we have a bunions expert on the show at one point? I kind of forgot. Right, of course. This is the Lego expert. Of course, stupid me. This is the Lego expert. We're going to have the Lego expert on finally. The Lego department is tanking, and we need great help in this department. So great. We'll bring in the next Lego expert. Oh, just gonna keep on stretching here. Hello, yes.
Stretching her?
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the
Hi.
meeting. We're so excited to have you here and hopefully help us
Can
build.
you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. Just making sure.
Oh, of course. And you can hear us, please. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, great. This is Jenna?
Janet.
Janet. Great. She's our intern. It's
Jelly.
and this is Mike. He's our IT expert. Wonderful.
Hi.
So we're hoping that you're going to help us build up this department that you're the expert in. I just want to know, have you been I don't know, doing this since you were a child? I feel like a lot of people have.
Yes, I've been building desk for quite a while. I built your desk.
Interesting.
As a child. Okay.
Well, I didn't know that you
Don't
built
deny
mine.
me.
It's completely irrelevant at this point, but thank you for building my desk. It's very, very quite nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've
no.
seen it. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Janet. I'm forgetting at this point. Well, I've been doing this this particular thing since I was a child myself. Even though my mother absolutely hated stepping on these things, I just leave them out and about when I was in kindergarten, and she would just step on them and scream at the top of her lungs, and then she would yell at me, and I would not eat dinner
On the
that
desk?
night. It's not on the desk. They were on the floor actually, because I was a child, and when I played them, I just dip them out to the bucket and put them on the floor. Jenny, do you have a question for our expert here by chance, or anybody out there?
Absolutely. So you're the expert. What was the theory picking all of the colors of the rainbow? You know, because they came in so many colors: red, orange, yellow, blue. Like great
Yeah,
work.
yellow
But what was the
vegetables.
inspiration?
You eat a lot of vegetables, Jamiroquai.
Wow. And, and thank you for bringing up Jamiroquai in our meeting. It would not be an Everything Now meeting without bringing up Jamiroquai. It's the man with the hat and the funky beats.
He's not my fault dollars.
Great. Well, gosh, I mean, where to even start with this? I mean, there's been two...
Why do they hurt? Why do they hurt me so much? When I go into my kid's room and I step on one of these things, it's like
Because then you do the ouchie dance.
a knife going into my foot.
It
hurts.
But why is it so pointy and terrible for the children?
Do you have Crocs? You should be wearing Crocs. It's fine print at the bottom of the Lego box. It says, yeah, put on Crocs.
And yes, you so
Amazing point.
we should be putting this on the bottom of all the Lego boxes.
Absolutely.
Great, wonderful. And perhaps there could be soft Legos in the future. Pocket this idea, Janet, Jenny, whoever you are. Well, wonderful.
Joey Fatone.
Joy for Town, right, of course. How could I forget? Great. Well, there's been two wonderful movies about this very topic of, you know what this is regarding, right?
Who, me?
Yes.
The expert.
But the Crocs?
I mean, kind of. I mean, like, you're saying we should wear Crocs to avoid getting hurt by these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
I've seen Crocs 1 and 2 and 3. There's actually 4.
Great. I suppose Crocs are kind of like...
movie.
Yeah, there should be a Crocs movie starring Chris Pratt and Elizabeth Banks. Great. But Crocs are kind of like this thing that you're an expert in because there's holes in them. You can kind of connect them together, and but you wouldn't step on a Croc and hurt your foot, I suppose.
No, absolutely not. They're very soft, very fleshy and warm. It reminds me about war.
If we can make these things that you're an expert in out of Croc material, they might not connect as well, but perhaps they would be quite nice, I suppose, for the mothers who don't step on them. Great. Well, do you have any other questions out there in the chat regarding this expert's expertise, or perhaps of Michael, or?
So can we make everything now Legos? That's the big question. What kind of thing will we make?
Yes.
What would we
right now.
release?
Could we make them right now? I mean, it's just in the future, but can you make everything now Legos right now?
Possibly.
Oh my gosh, you
Okay.
truly are an expert.
Something we can do at home. Take them for your children. They have someone at their bed. On pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Get them.
Oh.
It's all over the place, yes, indeed.
Let's get them. That's what we're all
In my
doing.
house right now.
Still Legos for my children.
Mike, go get your Legos right now.
Rise up right now. Get them. Get your
Okay.
Legos.
And we don't have any Legos in the office, although we should. That's perhaps why the
Quickly before they hear us.
before the Lego department is suffering quite a lot, I suppose.
They're going to hear us and they're coming at us.
And what kind of things would you build out of Legos as a child? Just to kind of know where the inspirations come from.
You know, I would build bridges.
Build bridges.
Bridges.
This is quite nice. It's quite a humanist
Bridges.
thing to be doing.
Get from one place to another, you know?
To become a professional Lego builder, you have to go to school for psychology.
Of course.
You have to have
And holy shit, we got a huge raid from Tropical Moisture. Beautiful, thank you. We're conducting meetings at Everything Now Incorporated with these experts who very obviously know what they're talking about, and they're just kind of talking us through their department and how we can help them rise and develop and build. Now we're talking with this expert. Do you know what's your field again that you're an expert in?
I'm a professional Lego maker.
Exactly. There's the
Experts.
the head Lego expert here at Everything Now.
Top, yeah.
Yeah, welcome. And we're just discussing Legos. Jeez Louise.
And I couldn't find any Lego,
Oh,
but I did find
Lego.
these really big boots. And check these out.
These are pretty
Don't
loud.
bust them open, there's Legos inside.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Break them.
Oh,
There's Legos
You can
inside
also
these
step on
items.
Legos with those.
And go ahead and keep shaking those, Mike. I feel like we had a question somewhere in the chat earlier from Sadler PM. If I could not remember what it was exactly, it could be scrolled up by chance. And it seems like we can't.
I found it.
Great.
Not to.
It's okay, Jim.
Is
that it?
It's John.
Great.
Should Legos break off to form its own country? Sort of like a
Absolutely
Lego
not.
land?
Absolutely not. Interesting.
No, never.
And you think
Planet, maybe. Country, never.
interesting. So you
Planet, maybe. Okay.
would the planet be
Lego
made
planet.
of the Legos, kind of clunky and made of mainly square shapes?
Clunky? You calling Legos clunky?
I mean, they literally
Don't
are.
offend her.
I'm sorry. This is why I'm not the head of the Lego department.
This is my life's work. You're literally belittling me in front of my coworkers, my colleagues.
it's embarrassing. And with that logic, if a human made their own planet, you wouldn't make it out of humans.
And we're gonna get out of the bones.
So sorry. Just the quarantine's making me so stupid, and so you must forgive my stupidity and my stupid little brain. Oh my gosh. Well,
The Lego planet, that's a concept.
yes. So the Lego people, would they live on the planet as well, or would they be? I don't know. Is this their home world of sorts?
Lego ball?
You know, like where they have the helmet hat, where it's like I want to give this Lego a mohawk, and then you pop it off, and there's a little sprout right there where you can put another piece of Lego on. Great, I'm just confirming. That's just all.
Alright.
Cool. So Legos.
Alright.
I think we've got a presentation, perhaps, that we can discuss regarding Legos. I don't remember exactly what kind of presentation it was, so perhaps the chat can help me just remember. Oh, jeez, I'm just so befuddled. I went to the bathroom for 45 minutes, and I just I can't seem to wake up.
And when will we get shirtless Kylo Ren Lego?
Yes, and will it be bulky and kind of scarily huge,
But handsome.
But also hot.
but also handsome?
Always handsome.
Okay,
That's
good.
Okay, okay.
We're gonna get to those. Yes, indeed. Great. What's your favorite franchise Lego that we've made? You know, there's the Star Wars, there's the Mortal Kombat, there's the
Chipotle.
Chipotle Lego set.
Chipotle Lego.
Holy Christ!
That's my
They
favorite.
were next
I
level.
like Chipotle.
And do the boxes come with the guacamole, or do we have to get that separate?
Those are separate and additional.
Of course, extra fees. Of course, I should tell this. Great. And so we're going to see what kind of presentation that you've got for us here. We're just trying to get the eggheads in IT to figure that out. No offense, Michael.
That's me.
Great. And we're just
So
going
I'm just
to.
gonna start that up real quick.
Great. You're going to take notes. Okay. Thank you.
I'm already
Just
taking
take some
notes.
notes.
Oh, it's good to get 2 sets of notes. I mean, it's discreet. It's not like anyone's going to notice that he's taking notes. You know.
And I drew a mock-up of shirtless Kylo Ren Lego.
What the fuck are you doing, Mike?
That's perfect.
I'm just typing.
Okay, great.
some notes.
This is you
Just
typing?
making sure.
Wow, you're that's so forceful.
I'm just taking some notes real
Has he
quick.
been doing this the whole time?
Mike, again, I have perfect notes. Perfect notes.
Well, I suppose it's worth getting 2 perspectives just in case you've parted ways on some sort of concept. So it's good that Mike is jostling his laptop around. And good, you're going to give us a presentation on quarterly trends. Good to know. Thank you. We'll go ahead and pull this up just momentarily. Gosh, the trends in Legos must be so exciting and changing on a
I
constant
know there's
basis.
so many things happening.
Yes, indeed. Isn't it, it's just as life, you know, c'est la vie, as it were.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here it is, the quarterly trends presentation. Great. And are those money piles Lego blocks as well, or is that just money?
No, actually, so what you're looking at is just actual
Oh, just
money.
just
It's
moolah.
real.
Great.
It's actual cash. This is actually everything we're worth is in this one picture right here. We are struggling. We need help, please.
Yes, indeed. And we'll go ahead and start right here. What? All right. Let's get a number. And that's a number right there. What does that mean?
100. All right, that's $100 that we're going to have at the end of this quarter. If you do not donate right now
Just
to our Lego, please give it to us. You know, there's so many poor Legos and they don't have it. There's 26 families without Legos. It's up to you.
Wow. It is up to us.
430 miles. I go from work. Back and forth each way.
Every day?
every day.
Make sure that I'm like every day, twice a day.
You are.
You're
Jeez,
so dedicated.
quite the workhorse. It's a bit much, but we appreciate your dedication. I mean, goodness gracious.
Gosh, that's so inspirational.
The day that is showing us right now.
And what's going on with this?
Right.
With these
We are
graves here?
in the red. We
Fuck.
have too many Legos,
Shit.
not enough people,
Oh shit.
not enough work to do. We have people like
I can't
Jamal
lose this non-paying basket.
who are doing exactly what they need to do. We want to shoot the screens with their handguns because it's all we can afford on our wages.
Good lord. Well, we're fucked, aren't we? We're proper fucked in the Lego department. But you're going to help turn it around, hopefully. Now, what's going on here? This looks scary.
See this poor man here? He's sleeping because he doesn't have enough Legos.
Oh,
Oh,
a sad image. Can we use? We should use this in advertisement.
None.
I know, folks. It's going to be okay. We're going to be fine. It's all good.
You can turn it around. Not too late. So in conclusion, stop right now. Stop what you're doing. You don't need insulin, buy Legos.
Great. So the number one priority should be is that we are telling everyone to stop everything, quit your jobs, and buy Legos
Right now.
right now.
okay.
Great. I'm going to tell my assistant to buy Legos and just Legos,
I want Legos.
please. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
password
Legos,
is
yeah.
865.
What's the password?
865.
865.
865. 865.
You heard this? Yes.
Great password.
Great. 865 Legos. Great. Thank you.
I don't know.
Okay, I think we're going to be okay, ladies and gentlemen. The price of Lego insulin is going to be going down, hopefully, if we can certainly help it. But is there any other questions for the Lego expert here before we all vote on whether or not they, thankfully, get promoted because they saved our lives, or if they get fired because someone did not understand the presentation? Do you know what happened to the last expert's husband? Were you watching and paying attention?
Didn't he pass away?
This is what I've heard.
Yes.
This is what I've heard.
He passed away.
Yes, the documentary is about them claim that he's disappeared, but we all know. We all know what happened. It's hard to
It was an
deny.
accident. She ate my sandwich.
Recover.
She ate your
I'm
sandwich
sorry,
also?
happened.
God, what a,
And you know, I'm a rude expert on Legos. I can build things.
of course.
I can also knock them down.
What kind of sandwich was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Ham.
Oh, ham sandwich. I cannot believe someone would steal a ham sandwich from an expert such as yourself. I can't believe this kind of energy lives
Absolutely.
in this universe. I'm so pissed.
That's fucked up.
Great. I hear I can eat Legos. Should I stop or am I good?
Eat them.
So we should keep eating the Legos. Great. So eat
Absolutely.
the Legos. The children should eat the Legos also?
I do. It's so beautiful. That's why it matters so much.
Of course. Thank you. So the children must eat the Legos as well. Good to know.
Eat them.
Great. Let's see.
Eat them.
Do you know anything about strip club buffets? I've heard they have great wings and good breakfast foods, perhaps, but they're quite unsanitary, I suppose. Mike, do you know anything about strip club buffets?
Yeah. I eat lobster ravioli from the strip club buffet. I mean, not anymore. But now I can go outside the strip club, and you call the number, and a stripper comes out and brings you lobster ravioli.
Wow.
And kind of like a foam stacker or foam
Curbside delivery.
container.
Yes, we love
I have
this.
Thanksgiving dinner every year at a strip club buffet.
Wow. So this is Jersey experts on strip club buffets. Wow. Good to know. Thank you for the bravery. Do you have any comments, our expert here on strip club buffets?
I hope you're practicing social distancing.
Yes, this is the hope that we're, staying 6 feet away from the strippers and the wings. Great. Where do Legos belong on the food pyramid? This is good because if we're telling the children to eat the Legos, then we must put it on the pyramid somewhere.
Bottom.
Just bolt it on?
Yes. Bottom.
Bottom.
The bottom.
Right.
Bottom.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm so stupid, I can't hear anything. So we put it on the bottom of the pyramid, which is, I believe, along with the bread and the wheat. So, are you saying...
It's even lower than that. It's a little bit closer to hell.
Wow, so we're going to create an extra layer at the bottom of the food pyramid. It's a controversial one.
Maybe crust.
Ooh, yes, a
Crust
crust.
and then Legos.
Yes, this makes sense.
Christopher pronunciation.
Perfect. Good to know. So putting that... is it true that you're starting Lego and Waffle Strip Club chain? This is what we've heard.
No, it's not true. It's just a strip club chain.
Okay, so it's just strip club. You're just going to open strip clubs. And you're also an expert in Legos. Great. Wow, you're so versatile. We love this. We love this. So very good. How many calories per Lego? Well, I'm really glad we're getting to the bottom of this Lego.
3.5.
3.5 calories per Lego. You heard it here, folks. A traditional block of Lego is actually 3.5 calories. Oh my gosh.
And that's healthy.
It's a good snack.
It's also.
Good to munch on. You know.
And this is the new food pyramid.
And let's go ahead and zoom in on Jimmy's drawing right here. And great, the pyramid has been extended because at the top is the H2O, then the beans, then the grains, then the Lego.
Perfect.
And you're not missing anything on this pyramid, no?
Nothing.
No.
Perfect.
I think that's everything.
That's pretty much everything you'd need on the food pyramid. Great. Filling yet low calorie, yes indeed. And Plato says in the slogan to not eat it. The fact that Lego slogan doesn't say not to eat it, then heavily implies that you're supposed to eat them. And little Uzi Nate, you've come to the conclusions that we've all had. We're supposed to eat some Legos.
The name is Lego.
Which
Lego eat
Legos. Which also rhymes with the Eggo waffles. So we must actually fight with them now because we're not the only Eggo food on the market. And we have
I always get them confused.
Of course, yes. It's a hard thing to do. Will Lego help you poop like fiber? And this is the last question before we vote.
Yes, it does. Whew, because when it gets into the belly and gut, all that happens down there.
Oh yeah.
You know, it just like burns up and turns
yeah.
into like a perfect sort of like grains.
Yes.
And you feel it, you get all the nutrition from it. You prepare it out when you make your own Legos.
It's a new superfood. I mean, we can envision a future with teriyaki Legos, Lego masala. You know, it's
Legos.
yeah, God. The possibilities are endless. My God. I'll have a pepperoni pizza with Legos on top, please, and they won't look at you like you're a fucking loony. Exactly.
I'll get that sent to you right in.
Good. Great. And also, contrary to popular belief, Eggo waffles are 100% inedible. So we're switching the world around here. We're actually showing people the truth, which is that you should eat Legos. And we're going to go ahead and vote on whether or not this expert here should get a promotion, which I believe they do, or if they should be fired because someone did not understand that we should be eating Legos. Or maybe the child choked on Lego or something because they're chumps and didn't have a good metabolism. Great. And it looks like it's almost unanimous so far that we should promote this expert who says we should eat Legos. I'm glad I work at this company. I'd work rather anywhere else. That's a lie. I like how I voted that.
You're a great boss.
Nothing happened.
And what's going on there, Jenny?
Yeah, everything okay?
Nothing.
Jody, what's going on up there? Don't make me climb up there.
It's fine.
And everything looks great. And except for Helltrap Nightmare, who has come in here, welcome friends, and decided to fire this person who is implying that we should be feeding children Legos. Some would say maybe they're the sane person in the bunch, but otherwise it looks like they're the insane person. and looks like Luke is going to fire them. Great. Well, congratulations, beloved expert. You've been
Well,
promoted.
thank you. This is giving me a job. I
Great.
appreciate you.
And so we'll be giving you the
You too,
charge.
Jamiroquai.
Great. So you're the expert on
Yeah.
Jamiroquai. So you're going to be in charge of the Jamiroquai department and everything now, as well as Mega Blocks.
Final.
Yes, finally. You're Vice Jamiroquai of Everything Now Incorporated. Congratulations. Put that on your business
Okay.
cards. You get the big hat and everything. You'll walk on the walls and dance around with the furniture. Congratulations. Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you
can't-
for the opportunity.
Of course, thank you for being here,
Love this job.
for giving us your expertise.
Great presentation.
Yeah, we
But don't eat the grey Legos.
Okay, we should have talked about this earlier. Do not eat the grey
Don't eat
Legos.
the grey Legos.
Will they hurt you?
That's okay.
Will they kill you?
I won't do it.
Great.
Good Lord.
It's very scary stuff. Do not eat the grey Legos, people. Please, let's put that at the bottom of our food pyramid.
I'm gonna write that
It's,
down.
no, it's not even on the food pyramid.
Okay, good. It's not even so. It should be all Legos except for the grey Lego at the bottom of the food pyramid.
Yeah, and I will add that
I'm
in
just
for
gonna write
our
that down.
modified food pyramid later.
Perfect. Mike, can you add that to your notes as well?
Yeah, I'm just writing it down.
Great. Thank you very much. And geez, thank you,
I-
Mrs. Expert and friend, Mr. Just friend in general. We really appreciate you being a part of this meeting. So nice to have you.
I appreciate it.
We hope you're safe in the coronavirus world and do not get the sickness, as they call it. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Bye. Wow, so nice to just hear from an expert.
It's good because there's like a grown-up in the room all of a sudden, you know? It's like, what's happening? What's going on? And then the one lone person comes in here and says, we should be eating Legos and feeding Legos to our children. And I actually feel
Right, and-
safe.
I've just learned so much today.
And as you can see from your notes, wow, Michael, your notes as extensive as Jennifer's.
Yeah, no, maybe I'll show them that day.
Great, you should probably
I'm gonna go feed my kids Lego.
Hey, thank you. Good, Mike.
Open up their mouth.
Not the great ones.
And Gunther, can you remind me of what the business of Everything Now Corporation is? Oh, well, where do I even start? More,
A loaded question.
first of all, here's our old slogan. Amazon ain't amazing. Everything now is amazing. And then we'd show you in the commercial that we're like Kawasaki also, where you like, oh wow, that's a Kawasaki Sea-Doo, but also you make microwaves and guitars, and yes, we make everything. We're all over the place, we're all over the world. We make anything you need, any need you need, any entertainment you need. It all comes from the Everything Now teats, from which you will suckle upon. And it will drip down into the bottle, from which you will be weaning off of my nipple and becoming a full adult with teeth. Does that make sense,
And we
Samuel?
put that on a sticker.
And this was all on a
We put
sticker.
it on a sticker.
Stickers, and as well as button pins that we'd give out to all the people out in the world. And they'd have to stand there and say, what am I looking at here? Then we'd hand out the magnifying glasses, which is also on, you know, all the words are on the magnifying glass handle.
Branded.
Great.
It's like a chain.
Yes,
There's
exactly.
a chain hanging with the magnifying glass.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I miss our old merch. We should clip that and make that a merch item for the next wave of merchandise. Great.
Break it down.
Well, I'm going to go to the bathroom again because I'm hurting in my tummy. Maybe I should eat some Legos. You know what I mean? I'm going to eat some Legos in the bathroom. Great, and we'll get Jake Ellenborgen back in the room. Hey, Pat, how's it going?
It's an
Oh,
important
yeah, good.
distinction.
Go ahead and enjoy this one.
Chairman Snape.
Oh, hey everyone, it's good to see you all again.
Hi, Mr.
Hey, it's
Ellenborg.
Jake for everything now.
Hey, well, no, I'm not Jake from Everything Now. I'm actually his cousin, Jake Ellenborgen. I just also
You look
work
just
at
like
Everything
him.
Now. I look just, wow, thanks a lot. People always say nice things about how he looks, but I don't really get any of that, so I appreciate
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
you know, I'm my own guy, I'm my own person, so we don't even really have to talk about him anymore. That's fine.
Yeah, you just don't see it.
I mean, if you want.
Okay, well, I'm a cool guy in my own right. I have interests and hobbies all by myself, and so we don't have to compare me to the Jake that's on Everything Now show. I'm my own individual.
It's hard not to when you look exactly like
Okay, well, we have some differences. I have a mole that I can't show you right now because of where it's located. It's sort of near my groin. But I can assure you that we differ in that way. So I look different from him, sort of in the groinal region.
And how do you know he does that?
Oh, you know, when your kids and your family, you kind of like just run around naked. It's like a normal thing. At the family reunion, you kind of like go skinny dipping or whatever.
And you had a memory vivid enough of seeing that portion of him to not have a mole.
Well, I was like, wow, my cousin who's also got the same first name as me looks a lot like me in every way. I wonder if there are any differences, and that stuck out, is that I have a huge sort of hairy mole in my groin region, which again, unfortunately, I can't show on camera for terms of service reasons, and he does not have that. So that would be probably the main physical difference between us. Anyway, we've got another guest coming in just a moment here that I'm really excited about, an expert from the company. Like I said, I do have yesterday's agenda, so if anybody in the chat can remind me about what this next expert is an expert on, that would help us to get the ball rolling here. So if you're in the chat and you can remember what this expert is an expert on, go ahead and shout it out. And that's going to help us figure it out. Product placement, that might have been it. I think that might be right. Let's go see expert on experts. I think, let me just double check here.
Does anyone need a LaCroix?
Oh, yeah, I'm actually sober now, so I can't.
Yeah, can you mail me some LaCroix to my mailbox?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, being a remote intern is kind of weird. But I take my job seriously.
Thank you.
I think it was the product placement expert. This is our product placement expert. That's right. Yep, I have it here in our agenda. The puppet surgeon and dinosaur bone barrier experts actually tomorrow. They have the room scheduled for tomorrow. This one was the product placement expert. Great. So they're just getting their Zoom software uploaded or downloaded, I should say, on their end. And they should be dialing into this conference in just a second.
And this meeting has been all over the place.
Yeah, we're trying to kind of get all the different branches of the company together, sort of, in one meeting. Oh, hello?
Oh, gosh. Hi.
Hey,
Hi. How's it going? Do you want to
How are
introduce
you?
yourself to everybody in the meeting?
hey, how's it going? I'm Chris and everything else.
It's Chris from Everything Now.
Hi, Chris.
My messed up.
It's slightly messed up, but we can
Yeah.
mostly hear you.
Like the actual Chris, right?
Yeah, I'm Chris of everything else. I guess I'm technically all of
Okay, well, Chris from Everything Now, I guess obviously you're a performer, writer, and producer of the show, but we're bringing you in for that other part of your job, which I don't have to explain it to you. You know it.
Yeah, the other thing I do is being on the show. It seems like you guys don't ask me if I'm okay if I'm sick. This is how I look all the time. It's not. They make me up for the show. But normally I'm more of a. I'm not supposed to reveal my age. I'm 58, but I actually look pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that about
15
Chris.
years old?
He's 58, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got it.
And yeah,
But I'm willing to talk about not just live streaming stuff, but my other area of expertise as well.
Okay, great. Well, is there anything in particular that you want to sort of jump off with, things that you want to cover, or should we just jump in with some of the stuff that's already on the agenda?
I've always been told to listen first, speak when only necessary.
Sure. Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and start with some questions. Mike or Jan, do you guys have questions?
Yeah. Okay. Chris, how do you do it? You get it in there, make it look so natural, like it's part of the world, part of the scene, and you have the characters interact with it, and you make it totally normal. How do you do that?
Yeah. The trick with that is people don't actually need to have sort of like human interaction, and movies are really fake if you think about it. So you can relate movies, TV. You can write any of that if it's what you want it to be. And if it goes on TV, people assume this must be right. This must be the way the TV show is supposed to be. If they wrote it and it aired on one of the major channels our country has, clearly this is the work of professionals and so therefore correct. So it doesn't matter if it makes sense, it doesn't matter if it's really good. Once you've been put on that platform, most people just assume they're wrong if they think something's not right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just confirm them, really put that it's them who's the problem, not you.
Yeah.
Got it. That they are the problem and not you. And Mike, did you have anything that you wanted to add on to that?
I just feel like Coke is like the king of this. It's just like
Oh, who's the king of that?
everywhere I look, I just see Coke. Coke, you're drinking a Coke. Oh, this guy over here drinking a Coke.
I feel like
Lady over here.
Ford and Samsung are also really good at this. I feel like always it's
Yeah.
Ford, Samsung, Chevy.
Pepsi.
And
Yeah.
Adam Sandler does this constantly. He's quite the expert at it.
Oh yeah, Adam Sandler does this a lot.
Yeah, I work with him mostly. He's a really close person of mine. We went to camp together.
Do you have any
growing up.
funny Sandler stories that you want to share?
Wow.
No, he's a pretty serious guy.
Okay, well, any just like anecdotes or anything that some of our friends at home might think is interesting about the Sandman? It's not every day. No, boring guy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm up to report.
Well, I'm a big fan. So if you guys are ever hanging out, Lee likes
He
basketball.
likes basketball,
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun.
I've never heard that before.
but he doesn't like joking. When he plays, he's pretty serious about it.
He's a serious basketball player, and I can imagine that he takes it pretty seriously. If you're funny on stage, then maybe you want to take a break off, when you're not on.
Yeah.
And does he smell like popcorn?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry?
Does he smell like popcorn?
Does Adam Sandler smell like popcorn? I can call the right. If I get Newton Zone on the phone or over Red Doctor on the phone, I can open smell like popcorn. It's important for me that my job extends beyond just the movie, and that actually day-to-day life you're being exposed to targeted advertisements for specific brands.
And do you have a particular brand that's your favorite to work with?
Yeah, I do tend to like working with, I think that I love Adam Sandler. He's a close personal friend of mine. So I love working with this, like Adidas, the position which specifically makes basketball shorts. So if you've ever seen basketball shorts in a movie, in a gym, in your own home, at a store, just a drawing of basketball shorts, that was us. We did that.
Oh wow! And so you're saying that even if I had a pair of basketball shorts that I thought that I bought and brought home and put in my own dresser, that was actually a plant by you and your department?
Yes.
And
we
how?
did pay for it,
Okay.
but it wasn't planned.
Is that to make us subtly think of this?
Yeah,
Like,
when
if
you're
we
wearing
see
your
it,
basketball
we'll be
shorts,
like,
you start to
oh,
think,
that.
maybe I should go buy some basketball. And sorry, Sydney, and I wasn't talking over you. Ma'am, I wasn't talking over you. I actually don't talk over people on the show. So what were you
Oh,
saying?
that's fine. I'm the intern.
And is Billie Eilish alright for basketball shorts?
I'm sorry?
Is Billie Eilish a market plant for basketball shorts?
Yeah, she doesn't actually exist.
Oh wow!
She's a mirror trick.
She's a mirror trick.
Yeah, she puts some
virtual
virtual
person.
specific way and creates Billie Eilish.
Little Michaela?
Well,
Is
Yeah, Lil Miguel is not a mirror trick. That is an app where you create an actual, like, it's sort of like creating a little, you know that episode of The Simpsons where Homer was in that weird pit area?
Oh yeah.
That's little Mikhail.
Oh wow.
This is a miracle.
And one of our board members here in the chat wants to know, why are your eyes so red?
That is again, it's when I'm not on the show, I have these really beaten, bloodshot eyes. Because I'm 58 years old.
Right.
Something will happen to you when I reach that age.
Yeah, so when you reach a certain age, your eyes become red and bloodshot all the time, and so that's not unusual, and it doesn't really mean anything.
I also like maybe thought I was off my anyway. What's up? What's that?
Joanne, did you have something you wanted to add?
It's actually Jaylene.
Okay.
I did have a question. Well, it's more of a compliment. Your work in Wayne's World, that one scene, you know? Again, you just really know how to sneak it in there.
We stole a
So
lot
that,
of Queen
I
records.
see it, and I see the characters with it, and I'm like, wow, I should get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That famous scene in Wayne's World where they all sing Bohemian Rhapsody, that was us.
Wow, and that's interesting.
That was one of them.
We really made Freddie Mercury's career. Sort of revisionist history. He was a pretty underground name in that movie.
Bless you.
Go to the top.
Bless you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And what was your sneakiest job? You know, the one that you had to try the hardest to really sort of sneak it in there.
Oh, my sneakiest job?
Yeah.
Well, not many people know this, but Donald Trump currently being president is an advertisement for the re-release of Home Alone 2 on DVD.
Wow.
It's very subtle. I think we sold maybe 5% of what we were expecting to sell home, not being president.
And that is incredible. And that is sort of a long-term plan being executed to.
And it's very sneaky. You might not even notice he's president right now. If you're not paying attention, you wouldn't even be aware that he's the president. So it's very subtle what we're doing.
Extremely subtle. Really a light hand on that. And I understand here actually
A long con.
a long con, if you will. I see here that you had a presentation that you prepared about demographics. I think maybe we can pull up those slides and you can just kind of walk us through some of the demographics that you're trying to reach.
Yeah, absolutely. And hang on one sec. I had to shut off my Discord.
Ah, sure.
When you have a Twitch show, you have to have a Discord to mute a lot.
Got it. And you love Discord.
Yeah, big fan. I know it really well is the thing.
Oh, we've got a question from Johannesburg.
Thank you. It's actually Jaden Wood.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Jan.
So, Chris, you're the genius behind this move, right? Like the subtly, you're the genius behind that move in movie.
Yeah, I was deciding to say, we could be drinking normally, but what if we stop and really acknowledge the thing you're drinking, really sit with it? We tested that out with other things, shoes, you would put on the shoes, tie them up, and then go like, wow, so look down at your shoes. And we had everyone do that 4 times a movie, 5 times a movie, extremely distracting. So we found out this movie.
That makes a lot of sense.
Asking, Chris, I know both makes. Which one sucks less? Well, Chris is the Jake with less sort of power and influence. Right? So I tend to side with the underdog in those situations. I'll go with this Jake here.
And that's really nice of you to say, and I'm going to take that.
Line, buddy. Like, talk to other Jake, you can disappear overnight.
Okay, and that's really scary for me, and I won't press the
I
issue
just tell Jake to stop playing you as a character for the rest of his life, and you'll never exist again.
Okay, and the thought of that is really sort of setting me down sort of a dark existential tunnel that I'd rather not go through. So I think it's time maybe that we focus on your presentation, and it seems sort of an unorthodox approach here to be starting your presentation with your conclusion. Is that intentional?
Well, sometimes we start at the end, and then kind of work our way back.
I see. Okay.
He's a fucking genius.
And that's smart.
He's the expert.
All right, so demographics.
All right. So these people, they don't all look like this.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them look some ways, other guys look other ways, and you don't know that yet.
Okay.
Next one. All right, there's 3 types of people that we need to know about.
Okay. And who's this first type of person?
Construction worker. That's
Construction
one
worker.
demographic.
Got it. So we're not reaching the construction workers? Is that what this slide is supposed to be saying?
In our product placements, I'm not getting enough construction workers to be drinking a soda, to be whistling at a woman on the street and going, wow, hey, you look even better in a skirt from Macy's. I can't get them. And my theory is it's because we're stupid this guy is. And he doesn't even know what he's just kind of like, oh, what do I do? This a hammer? I don't know nothing. So I need to get this stupid guy to hold a Pepsi or something.
Now here's the second type of person it seems like you're looking for. And tell us about this type of person.
This is a boss baby.
Oh, and this is the boss baby.
That's boss baby.
No, this is a boss baby.
Oh, this is a
Not
boss
the-
baby, not the boss baby.
There are many boss babies. I work for one.
He looks like a mom
We all
boss
do.
baby.
Everyone and everything now, we all technically work for a boss baby. It happens that one is the boss baby, but there's many boss babies.
So everybody at Everything Now, if I'm understanding what you said right, works for the boss baby, but there are many boss babies.
Other boss babies.
And what makes the
Yeah,
Everything
other-
Now boss baby the boss baby?
It's the one from the
Careful what
movie.
you say.
Oh, it's Alec
Yeah.
Baldwin. The Baldwin from the movie, or the baby from the movie Boss Baby runs Everything Now.
Yeah.
The CEO.
Got it. And
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
canon.
CEO.
And that's
He's
canon.
our CEO. That's canon. Right? That's canon.
That's good. And then, of course, the third type of person.
And yeah, we are talking about Alec Baldwin. They're asking about Alec Baldwin. That is who we're talking about.
Mhm.
The third type person. This one's Scrubs. The cast of Scrubs.
So anybody who was in the show Scrubs is kind of this demo?
Yeah.
And is it just those 6 sort of main cast members?
No,
or-
no, we're talking Todd. We're talking Ted.
The janitor?
We're talking janitor. We're talking the older black nurse who's always getting Carla advice.
Brendan Fraser from his appearance in the show?
Brendan Fraser, who's the dad in Dr. Emergency allowed for 2 episodes or something.
What about all the
we're
like?
talking about that guy who has light or like a tick on his head and then can't find it until they shave his whole head and then find the tick. We're talking about the agent to JD at the wake when we go to steak night with Kirk because the guy was going to die alone and one to die alone. So Kirk had to do steak night alone.
What about
We're
like
talking
the
about
new
Dave
crop
Franco.
of
Dave
doctors
Franco for one whole season.
from the new season? Are they in there?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, what about the like new residents who come in? I think season
Yeah,
10.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco?
Yeah.
He's in there.
One of them.
Yes.
Okay. He was really in there?
It's true.
Yes.
I gotta
Yeah,
go back and watch
Franco's
that.
one of the
Damn.
Good
What-
guy.
What about-
Remember that?
What about the other members of the Lawyers a cappella team who they all sing the Baby
Yeah, the
Back
whole
Rib song?
that's okay. You know, this is a true story. I liked them on Facebook in high school, and they like DM'd me one day on Facebook and was like, "Hey, we saw you like our page. I think we'll go to our content." Very weird. I was like, I don't know who these guys are. I just watched stuff sometimes at 15. I didn't say anything bad. I thought that.
And that's
And so the
understandable.
problem with this group is we're not getting this all medical stuff. Everyone in Scrubs are just like stethoscope, Scrubs, you know, medicine. And we need them to start saying Halloween, rock and roll, big roller coaster, segways. That's what I need to get Scrubs to start saying more of. And it's hard because Scrubs not been on in about a decade or more.
Mm.
So these are the three demographics we have to start reaching. This is the hardest one.
Got it. I see. Okay. And so these seem to be your plans for reaching these demographics. Can you explain this a little bit further?
We invent time machine, go back in time. Take big bucks time machine to go back in time. So we go to a computer, we type things we can do to make a bus go back in time. Rocky's really good at computers, he can maybe figure that out. And then we go with the bus to the past. First stop, the reception takes the Boss Baby movie. We say, hey, tell all these Boss Babies, even if there's named Boss Babies, because they love doing product placement, and all the Boss Babies who watch at home, you know, they'll be like, maybe that's Boss Baby, and I'm a Boss Baby, and I can start plugging some more product, you know. Next stop, we got to drive to about 2006. It's season 6 of Scrubs. It's about to be changed in a dramatic way. They're thinking about ending the series, I think. They're going to try for one more year, and the cast is going to show. It's going to get awkward. We will go down season. It won't work. We go in. We sit down. Zach Braff, Donald Faison, Neil Flynn, John C. McGinley. We get all of them. We say, listen, this
Sarah
is an important show for a lot of people. Yes, Sarah, exactly. This is an important show for a lot of people. A lot of people sort of think they're the JV, their friend group. And maybe if this goes away, it's going to be very hard for them. You guys are not really going to ever get careers after that. We'll show them their IMDb papers in 2020. And it's probably best for you guys to just double down on this 20-year TV show. Also, maybe you're talking about roller coasters and stuff, you know? Maybe hot sauce. And so then we stay there. And then we get back on the bus, we drive all the way to 1930s when all the construction workers are always using the big things and the babies are walking all over the technology and stuff. And they're doing the whistles and all eating lunch up there. And we say, guys, you know, if you want to impress these girls, you should be saying, offer where they can go get a good dress, maybe Macy's, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then we just drive back and we're done.
All right, well, that makes a lot of sense to me.
All right, so in conclusion, more talking about product.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Less being in this present time.
Of course. And
even more adventures through the past. Like we're in Back to the Future.
Classic.
Of course.
We're in a big train with the bus.
Got it. Yep, and that's making a lot of sense to me. So,
Perfect sense.
you kind of summed it up there, but is there any final parts for this? What is this last slide?
And the last slide is back to where we get to that light. So now we start at the end.
Wow. And it all kind of comes full circle, doesn't it? And it all... And Chris, can you explain how the U.S. military funding Hollywood films that portray the military in a positive light isn't dystopian level propaganda?
Nope, that's not
Product placement.
nothing.
That's nothing?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it? Not important?
Nope.
Shouldn't be looked into? Totally undercover?
It's over.
All good?
Yep.
Okay, well, you heard from Chris. Sounds like everything is fine with the military and shouldn't be looked into any further.
Mm-hmm.
Jansport, Mike, did you guys have anything else you wanted to cover?
Oh, it's actually Justin Timberlake. I mean, you said it all, Chris. You are the expert.
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
Mike, any...
You guys are all doing great. I'm going to let Eddie and Alex and Jake and Evan, I don't want them to play you guys off.
Oh, wow.
I love Scrubs.
What was that, Mike?
I love Scrubs. I love the show Scrubs.
And it's Scrubs. It's Scrubs like what a nurse would wear.
Yeah, I love Scrubs.
That's not what it's called. That's not the show's name. It's Scrubs with a B.
I think you said Scrubs.
Like I said, Scrubs. Favorite show.
Is that a different show? Because earlier we were talking about the show Scrubs, about the doctors and nurses.
No, I've seen Scrubs. The opening theme song's like, I can do this all on my own. I am Superman.
See, that sounds like Scrubs to me.
No, but it's
The
the
show.
opposite of Scrubs, because he can't do it on his own.
Oh.
He's not Superman. But in
My
Scrubs,
character's Turk.
yes.
I love Turk.
Okay, well, Chris, we have one last question for you. What products would you like to see in the next episode of Everything Now?
Oh, I'm hoping we're going to start advertising. There's some very promising new cutting-edge technology coming out in Halliburton right now. Weapons technology. I do hope that we start sort of integrating that in our show. I do think that could be a good opportunity for us.
Great, so if you're listening, any executives at Halliburton, if there are any sort of intercontinental missiles or ballistics of any sort that you'd like to advertise to the public, Everything Now is looking for sponsorship opportunities.
I also don't have a record player, and I get a lot of records, so I'd love to be sponsored by a record player. So.
Okay, so weapons, record players, whoever you are, reach out to Chris. He is, of course, our resident expert in
Go ahead.
Product placement.
product placement. That's right. Great, so I think all that's left to do now is to decide whether or not we want to promote Chris to be even higher
And
up.
my appearance was brought to you by They All Love Jack, Busting the Ripper by Bruce Robinson. Screenwriter Bruce Robinson tries to uncover the long lost mystery of who is Jack the Ripper. And it's sort of it's like about Freemasons.
Man, what happens if Chris gets fired?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if Chris gets fired. I assume it's just fired from his position as the head of product placement, so he'd still probably be allowed to come on the show as an actor and producer and whatnot.
And I can always take his job.
That's true. You could
Actually,
always
they
take
made
his
a
job.
Like who's buying on a truck. I think whoever does is drinking a nice cold.
That was really hard to hear. And we really
I got
really couldn't hear you.
It was Coke. Nice cool Coke. Right? The driver's been drinking a nice cool Coke.
And a
Yeah,
nice cold
I
Coke.
definitely heard that.
And we got wear headphones, Chris. I love you. And I love you too.
And it looks like we're just about ready to close up that poll. And congratulations, Chris! A promotion is coming your way.
That means I'm everyone else's boss now?
Well, everybody who works in the production or in the product placement department, you are now even more in charge of it.
Boss baby, then me, then Alex, Jake, Sydney, Rocky, then Mrs. Bob, then most of the other characters. You guys, you know, it really kind of shuffled up.
Sure. All right, well, thanks for joining us. Oh, yeah, is there a chart? Yeah, Apple Bottom Jeans, can you pull up a chart of that?
Oh. Me?
Yeah, that's not, is that not your
It's
name?
Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Sorry, Jay-Z.
I did make this.
Oh, and that's a good logo.
That's a great
I
logo.
busted it. There it is. That was the inspiration.
Awesome. Well, I think if oh, did you have another thing to show on that you illustrated?
Is that me?
Yeah. I drew the top from Inception. And the Pepis logo.
Very
And
nice.
McDonald's. Mickey Donkeys. And I tried to draw the Starbucks mermaid, but it didn't go well.
Nice. Okay, well, bye, Chris. Oh, there he is. He's over there now.
Great.
Bye guys, buy Duracell batteries.
And please
Okay.
buy Duracell batteries.
Product placement.
It's the one that firefighters eat.
And that is the battery that the firefighters eat.
And it's the firefighter.
Oh, get in here.
Not the bunny.
Great. Thank you, Chris. I'm a big fan. You're my favorite cast member on the show.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna tell him I can play you more.
Great, thank you, yeah. And don't do that because he might not enjoy doing the accent as much as he thought he would. Great, thank you so much, everybody.
It's fun to watch him try.
Oh, really? Yeah, you didn't think it was kind of weird that he would morph in and out of British as well as German? This is very nice of you
No, I
to
think
say.
it's weird.
Okay, great. Thank you, yeah. Well, wonderful. Thank you for joining us for another productive episode of Everything Now, ladies and gentlemen. Who should we rate?
Oh yeah, let's. I'm gonna go check and see if I can figure out who we should rate.
Great. And also join
It
us.
looks like
Uh-huh.
girl with yellow spoon is on.
Well, the Yellow Spoon Girl might be the rating one. Yeah, say hi to her. Give us a moment here. Please tune in on Tuesday for a vid stream where Rocky tries to Photoshop movie posters with you. As well, on Wednesday, another episode of Everything Now. And then on Thursday, we do our traditional D&D stream. And then I believe that some other things might happen. Maybe Sydney might stream something regarding her being bothered. Maybe Alex will play more of the Getting Over It. Maybe Jake and Rocky will play more of the Minecraft. Maybe something else will happen. Who is to
I
say?
might watch wrestling.
Oh yes, Chris has this very wonderful idea where he'd watch West Wing and try not to kill himself. Which I think
Hard.
you should start a podcast with
Right.
Rocky's dad who loves West Wing.
Oh, that'd be great.
Break my heart that I've gotten the conversation.
Great, so please say hi to Yellow Spoon Girl. Thank you for joining us again and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks to our guests.
Guten Tag. Thank you to breadwitchery, Harley, as well as ctrlaltquin and our good friend Cole for joining us today. These are the experts that we had. Thank you so much, everybody. And have a wonderful evening. Guten Tag, as it were. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bye.
Bye. Someone said I look like Vincent Vega. This was a joke that I thought of at the beginning. Look, I'm confused. I'm the meme.
It's a meme.
I'm the meme now.
Okay, bye.